Dear students, so in this series of important question for board exam for 12th, this is part 6 and we are discussing 1 mark question. Okay, so we'll start with question number 34. So question is, what is the degree of differential equation? Correct, we have to find the degree of differential equation. Okay, so how to find the degree? Question number 34. Okay, so question number 34, we have to find the degree. So what is the degree and order? Okay, so first I will tell the order. Okay, order also question can ask. Okay, here degree question is asking, but I will tell you order and degree both. So order is the what is the highest order term? Highest order term is visible here, d2y upon dx square. Okay, d2y upon dx square. So this is the highest order. So highest order is 2. So order of this differential equation will be 2. Okay, and what will be the degree? Degree will be the highest power of the highest order term in a polynomial. Correct. So first you have to check the polynomial. So when you will check, this is not polynomial because this consisting sin dy upon dx. Okay, so in differential equation, if differential equation consists sin of dy upon dx, correct, or cos of dy upon dx, or tan of dy upon dx, or e to the power dy upon dx, or this can be written like this, e to the power y dash. Okay, or log of y dash, or log of dy upon dx. So this, if differential equation consists this type of terms, so it will not be a polynomial. Okay, so if it is not a polynomial, differential equation is not a polynomial of dy upon dx, then degree will be not defined. So you will write answer as, since question was asking degree, so degree is not defined, and explanation if you want to give, you can give in one line explanation, since it is not a polynomial. It is not a polynomial. Okay, it is not a polynomial. Okay, so this one line explanation you can give in bracket. Correct. So degree not defined since it is not a polynomial. Okay, so this is the answer for question number 34. Order question was not asking, so you will write only degree. Okay, not defined. Okay, if order it will ask, then order will be 2. Okay, so this is clear. Now one additional question with this question, like now I will discuss this question. Okay, so question is, find the order of the differential equation. We have to find the order, so you have to tell order and degree both. Okay, here question is asking order, but you will tell order and degree both. Okay, I am discussing order and degree both. So since order means the highest order term is, if you will see the derivative terms is this, derivative term is this. Correct, d2y upon dx square dy upon dx. So highest order is d2y upon dx square, that is 2. So highest order is 2. So order of this differential equation is 2, and degree will be the power of this highest order term. Highest order term power, if you will see, power means, correct, so power, nothing means power is 1. Okay, power is 1. Okay, nothing means 1 means degree will be 1. So order is 2, degree is 1. Okay, this type of question can come. So we'll discuss few additional question in this topic, order and degree, so that if this type of question can come, then you can do in exam. Okay, so we'll discuss few questions. Additional question I am calling this. Okay, so you have to find order and degree. Find order and degree. First question is given as dy upon dx minus cos x. Okay, so what is the order for this and what is the degree for this? Okay, first you will check the polynomial. Yes, it is polynomial. Cos x you will not consider as not polynomial term. If cos of derivative term, then it is not a polynomial. Okay, but this is cos of x, not cos of derivative. Okay, so this is a polynomial. This is a polynomial. Okay, so polynomial, and order is, order means the highest order term is dy upon dx. So first order, so order is 1 and degree of this term is 1 only. No power means 1. Okay, so degree is 1. Okay, so order is 1, degree is 1. Okay, this is the first question. Then second question I am writing, or I will erase this. Second question I am writing xy d2y upon dx square plus x dy upon dx whole square minus y dy upon dx is equal to 0. You have to tell the order and degree. Question can ask order or degree, or they can ask both the things. Okay, so we have to do practice for order and degree both. So order means first you have order is the highest order term is d2y upon dx square. So highest order term is d2y upon dx square. Okay, so order is 2, correct, because highest order term is d2y upon dx square. Okay, now the highest order term, degree means the highest order term has the power. So what is the power of this highest order term? Highest order term is d2y upon dx square. Power of this is 1. So degree will be 1. Okay, degree will be 1. You don't have to see the highest power. Okay, you have to see the highest order term. Highest order term, the order of the highest order term is order and power of the highest order term is degree 1. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Now in this one more question we'll discuss. This is triple derivative by triple dash means triple derivative, correct, plus y a square plus e to the power y dash. Y dash means derivative and this is y square. Okay, this is single derivative, this is double derivative and this is triple derivative. You know this symbol, right? This is dy upon dx, this is double derivative means d2y upon dx square and triple derivative means d3y upon dx cube. Okay, so this is the meaning. Okay, so this is the equation given, y triple derivative plus y square plus e to the power y dash. So you have to tell the order and degree. So order you will tell. In order just we have to see the highest order term. So when you will see the highest order term is this only, triple derivative. This is nothing but d3y upon dx cube. Just now I explained y triple dash. So obviously order is 3. d3y means order is 3. So order is 3. Correct. And then degree. Degree first condition is if it is a polynomial. So when you will see this is a e to the power y dash, and I told if e to the power y dash, e to the power dy upon dx, log of dy upon dx, cos of dy upon dx, sin of dy upon dx, those type of term will not consider as a polynomial. So this is not a polynomial. So since this is not a polynomial, so degree will not be defined. So you will write not defined, degree is not defined. Okay, since it is not a polynomial, it is not a polynomial. Okay, it is not a polynomial differential equation. Okay, so 4 or 5 types of question we discussed. Okay, from these questions only you will get in exam. Okay, so now we'll discuss the next question. Next question is question number 35. If a line makes angle 90 degree, 135 degree and 45 degree with x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively, find its direction cosine. So what we have to find? We have to find the direction cosine. So what is the direction cosine? Direction cosine you are finding L, M, N. L is the cos alpha, where alpha is the line making the angle with the x-axis. M will be cos beta, where beta is the angle of the line with y-axis, and N will be cos gamma, where gamma is the angle of the line with the z-axis. Okay, so angle is given 90 degree, 135 degree, 45 degree, correct? Okay, so how you will write the answer? So this is the explanation. Now let answer you will write, let the direction cosines of the line is L, M and N. Okay, then L is cos alpha, and alpha is given as 90 degree. Okay, so I will write cos 90 degree, correct? Cos 90 degree with the x-axis is 90 degree given, correct? And similarly with the y-axis 135 degree. So M will be cos beta, and beta is given as with y-axis 135. So 135. Okay, and N will be cos gamma, and gamma is given as, gamma means the angle with the z-axis, and angle with the z-axis is 45 degree, correct? 45 degree. So cos 45 degree. Just put the value cos 45 degree. Cos 90 degree value is 1. Cos 135 degree. Cos 135 degree will be minus 1 upon root 2. Correct? Cos 135 degree, you know how to find the value. Cos 135 degree, you will do cos 90 plus 145 or 180 minus 45. Correct? And 180 minus theta is minus cos theta. So minus cos 45 degree, and minus cos 45 is 1 upon root 2. So minus 1 upon root 2. Okay. So these all things you should know. No need to write this much calculation here. Okay. That's why I am writing directly. Okay. This is just for your explanation. Cos 45 degree is 1 upon root 2. So since L value is 1, M value is minus 1 upon root 2, and N value is 1 upon root 2. So answer you will write. So direction cosine, I will write in short, direction C, DC of line is, you can write exam short form. Okay, 0, 0, because L value is LMN, na? So L value is, okay, sorry, cos 90 is 0 here, not, sorry, just correct this. Cos 90 will be 0, not cos 90 is not 1, sorry. So cos 90 will be 0, M value is cos 135 is minus 1 upon root 2, and N value is 1 upon root 2. Okay, just correct. Okay, so 0 minus 1 upon root 2, 0 minus 1 upon root 2, and 1 upon root 2. Okay, direction cosine of the line is this. Correct? Okay, now we'll move to the next question. Find the direction cosine of the x-axis. So concept you know. Now direction cosine means LMN. So let the direction cosine is LMN. You will write like this. Let direction cosine is LMN. So L will be cos alpha, M will be cos beta, and N will be cos gamma. And where you know alpha is the angle made of the line with the x-axis, beta with the y-axis, gamma with the z-axis. So here if you will see in the question, we have to find the direction cosine of the x-axis. So direction cosine of the x-axis means this is the x-axis. Correct? You know, this is the x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay. So direction cosine of the x-axis means alpha will be angle with the x-axis. Angle of the x-axis with the x-axis will be 0. Correct? Because x-axis and x-axis, so angle will be 0. So alpha value will be 0. So cos 0 degree, and line is in the direction of x-axis. So angle between x-axis and y-axis will be obviously 90 degrees. So beta will be 90 degree. Okay. Direction cosine of the x-axis. So x-axis angle with the y-axis is 90 degree, and same with the z-axis is also 90 degree. So gamma will be also 90 degree. Okay. So this will be our direction cosine. I hope you understood. Correct? Direction cosine of the x-axis we have to find, and x-axis is making angle 0 degree with the x-axis, x-axis is making angle 90 degree with the y-axis, and x-axis is making the angle 90 degree with the z-axis. Correct? So cos 0, cos 90, cos 90. So this will be cos 0 means 1, cos 90 means 0, and cos 90 means 0. Correct? Okay. No need of writing explanation. This is enough. Okay. So final line will be direction cosine of x-axis. So direction cosine of the x-axis is 1, LMN means 1, 0, 0. This will be our answer. Okay, so this is for x-axis. Similarly, question can come that find the direction cosine of the y-axis. Direction cosine. Suppose question is we have to find direction cosine of y-axis. So in the same way we can do. Let LMN is the direction cosine, then L will be cos alpha, M will be cos beta, and N will be cos gamma. And alpha is the angle made of the line. Line means line here is y-axis. So angle made of the line with the x-axis. So angle of y-axis with the x-axis will be 90 degree. Y-axis with the x-axis is 90 degree. So alpha will be 90 degree means cos 90. And y-axis angle with y-axis will be beta. Correct? And that is 0 degree. So cos 0 degree. Correct? Just you have to give attention here. Alpha will be 90 degree. Beta will be, because angle of the y-axis with y-axis 0 degree, and gamma will be 90 degree, because y-axis will make 90 degree angle with the x-axis and with the z-axis, with y-axis 0 degree. Okay, so this is the only concept. Correct? So 90 degree 0, cos 0 degree 1, cos 90 degree 0. So direction cosine of the y-axis is 0, 1, 0. This will be your final answer. Okay. The same line you will repeat. I wrote in the previous question. Okay. Similarly, one more question can come that also we'll discuss. Okay. That direction cosine of the z-axis. So z-axis means in the same way alpha, beta, gamma. Correct? LMN. So LMN. L will be cos alpha, cos beta, and cos gamma. Alpha is the angle made of the line with the x-axis. So alpha will be obviously z-axis will make 90 degree with the x-axis. Correct? Z-axis will make 90 degree with the y-axis. So beta will also be 90 degree. But gamma will be 0 degree, since z-axis will make 0 degree angle with the z-axis. So cos alpha means cos 90 degree. Cos beta means cos 90 degree. Okay. And cos gamma means cos 0 degree. So cos 90 0, cos 90 0, cos 0 1. So direction cosine of the z-axis will be 0, 0, 1. This will be your answer. Okay. So I hope you understood. Okay. This type of question they can ask in 1 marks, 2 marks. Okay. So this is not necessary that 1 marks only. Okay. So I hope you understood. Okay. Now we'll move to the next question. That is question number 37. Okay. So see the question number 37. Find the direction cosine. Here also we have to find the direction cosine. See, in every question we have to find direction cosine, but condition is different. Okay, this is something lengthy question, so this can come in 2 marks or 3 marks also. Okay, it is not necessary that it will come in 1 mark. Okay, but I took the question, so I will discuss. So find the direction cosine of a line which makes equal angle with the coordinate axis. Okay, so we have to find the direction cosine. So simple. Direction cosine. Suppose LMN is the direction cosine, you will write. Let LMN is the direction cosine, and alpha, beta, gamma are the angle made with the x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. Then L will be cos alpha. Correct? M will be cos beta. N will be cos gamma. That we have to find. But now we don't know alpha, beta, gamma. So for that condition is given. What is the condition given? The line makes equal angle with the coordinate axis. Line is making equal angle with the coordinate axis, means with x-axis angle is alpha, with y-axis angle is beta, and with z-axis angle is gamma, and all three angles are equal angles with the coordinate axis, means alpha is equal to beta is equal to gamma. This is given in the question. Okay. Now what else? Because with this information we cannot find. Here just we got the information that cos alpha is equal to cos beta is equal to cos gamma. Okay. One relation I know. Okay. What I know? We know one relation between direction cosine, that is L square plus M square plus N square is 1. So you will write, since L square plus M square plus N square is 1. Okay, correct. And since alpha, beta, gamma is same, so cos alpha, cos beta, cos gamma is also same. Okay, that will write here. Okay, so you will use this relation. Since alpha, beta, gamma is same, so cos alpha is equal to cos beta is equal to cos gamma, we can say, correct. Or if cos alpha is same, means alpha, L, M, N, all three are same, L, M, N is same. Okay, this relation we got. Okay, and now since L square plus M square plus N square is equal to 1, this relation we know. Okay, this is one theorem. So L, M, N is same, so L, M, N, all three I will replace with L only. So M I will replace with L, so L square plus N also L, because all three are same. Okay, so we can find here that L, 3L square is equal to 1, or L square is equal to 1 upon 3, or L is equal to a square root plus minus a square root of 1 upon 3, correct. A square root of 1 upon 3 means plus minus 1 upon root 3. Okay, so this is L. So since L value is this, so L is equal to M is equal to N, all three value is this only, correct, plus minus 1 upon root 3. So what we have to find? We have to find direction cosine of the line. So direction cosine of the line is, final answer you will write. Okay, direction cosine, you will write answer, direction cosine of line is LMN. So L is 1 upon root 3 plus minus 1 upon root 3. So plus minus 2 value will come. Okay, so just I will write the answer, plus minus 1 upon root 3 plus minus 1 upon root 3 plus minus 1 upon root 3, because all three values are same. So LMN is same. So this will be our final answer. Okay, so practice this question. This can come in 2 marks or 3 marks also. Okay, so clear. Now we'll move to the question number 38. 38 is find the direction ratio of the line segment. Here we have to find direction ratio, direction cosine and direction ratio. So direction cosine we discussed. Now we are discussing the direction ratio. Find the direction ratio of the line segment joining PQ. Correct. So what is the formula of direction ratio? If formula, you have studied the formula. What is the formula for this? Formula is, okay, I will discuss formula here. Formula is direction ratio of the line segment joining P and Q. If P and Q, the direction ratio of the line segment joining PQ. So P, suppose P I am telling x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, correct, and just giving the coordinate for PQ. Okay, so if this is given, then direction ratio of the line, direction ratio of the line segment joining P and Q will be x2 minus x1, comma y2 minus y1 and z2 minus z1. Okay, this is a formula, simple. X2 minus x1, comma y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, and we are representing through direction ratio as A, B, C. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay, now it is not required. So x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. Okay, so using this formula only we will solve this question. So here it is given as P, Q. P is given as 2, 3, minus 4, and Q is given as 1, minus 2, 3, and we have to find the direction ratio of PQ. Direction ratio I am writing inside, direction ratio of PQ. So direction ratio of PQ is x2 minus x1 means 1 minus 2, correct, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, so minus 2 minus 3, minus 2 minus 3, comma z2 minus z1, so 3 minus of minus 4, 3 minus of minus 4 will be minus minus plus, so I am writing 3 plus 4. Okay, so 1 minus 2 is minus 1, minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5, and 3 plus 4 is 7. So -1, -5, -7, this is the direction ratio. Simple. This type of question they can ask also. Okay, direction ratio of the line segment. Okay, so this formula you will remember. Okay, now the next one is 39th question. Find the value of x, y, z so that the vectors a given as this vector and b are equal. So since a vector is equal to b vector, correct, it means a vector is xi plus 2j plus zk is equal to 2i plus yj plus k. Okay, so since two vectors are equal, then their corresponding component means I component is x, you can say coefficient also. Okay, so this will be equal, these two will be equal. Okay, similarly y component, that is y coefficient, j coefficient 2 and y, this will be same. Similarly z coefficient means here z and here nothing means 1. Okay, so these two will be same, correct. So corresponding coefficients will be same, coefficient of I. So it means you can say x is equal to 2 by comparison x is 2, and then 2 is equal to y. 2 is equal to y means y is equal to 2, correct, and then z is equal to nothing means 1. Okay, so z is equal to 1. Okay, so x is 2, y is 2, z is 1. This will be our answer. Simple question. Okay, now we are moving to the next question. Next question is write two different vectors having same direction. Okay, so having same direction. So you know vector will have magnitude and direction. If a vector is there, if a vector A is there, this will have magnitude and as well as direction. Okay, direction. So question is saying that same direction. So magnitude we have to keep different. Just we have to keep the same direction. Okay. So the simplest example you can give. What is the simplest example? Take a vector in I direction or Y direction or Z direction. Like if I am saying a vector, first vector as 2i. Clearly this vector is towards I and magnitude is 2. Okay. And second vector I am giving as 5i. So since two vectors are in the direction of I, correct, but magnitude is different. Okay, so same direction but magnitude is different, correct. This is the simplest example you can give. Okay, and question can ask like this also, कि write two different vectors having, instead of same direction they will tell same magnitude. Same magnitude means now this time we have to write the vector which has same magnitude but direction will be different. Okay, so we can say that magnitude will be same but direction will be different. So we can say like this, vector A is there 2i plus j plus k, if I am telling this vector. Or you can give simple example also. I will tell you 2 or 3 example. You can give same magnitude. So tell 2i. Okay, magnitude is 2, direction is x towards x, and b vector you can give 2j. Okay, magnitude is 2, so both is having magnitude as 2. A magnitude is 2, b magnitude is 2, but direction is one is towards x axis, one is towards y axis. This is a simple example you can give, correct. This is the simple example you can give, correct, or you can give anything, correct. I, this will be k. Okay, or if you want to give another example, then you can give like this. Okay, simple one I told you, that is up to you. 2i plus j plus k. Okay, and b, vector b will be I plus j plus 2k. Okay, so when you will check the magnitude of A is also root 6 and magnitude of B is also root 6, but both is having different direction because unit vector is different. Okay, so first one I told you, you can write that simple example also. Okay, so I hope it is clear. Now we'll move to the next question. Question number 41. What is the 41st question? Find the unit vector in the direction of vector. So now just I discussed, if a vector is there, then vector will have magnitude and direction. A cap will show the direction and A mod is magnitude of this vector. Okay, magnitude and direction. Okay, so question is asking direction of the vector. So direction means we have to find the A cap. So since A is mod A divided by mod A into A cap, so we have to find A cap. So A cap will be simple, vector A. When I will divide the mod, I will get the A cap. Correct? Okay, obviously this will be vector quantity. Okay, just we have to divide the vector with the modulus, correct, magnitude of vector, then I will get a unit vector, and this direction we have to tell. So here A is given as 2I plus 3j plus k. So first we have to find the magnitude. So magnitude we will find, and you know how to find the magnitude, correct? So a square root of 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square, correct? 2 square plus 3 square plus 1 square. So 2 square is 4, 4 plus 3 square is 9, plus 1 square is 1. So 9, 4, 13, 13, a square root of 14. A square root of 14. Okay. So now we have to find the direction, means A cap. So A cap will be vector A divided by magnitude of A. Correct? So okay, so I am finding here A cap will be vector A divided by magnitude of A. So vector A was given as 2I plus 3j plus k. 2I plus 3j plus k. 3j plus k. Okay, divided by mod was square root of 14. Okay, square root of 14. When you will simplify, so A cap I will get as 2 upon root 14 I cap plus 3 upon root 14 I j cap plus 1 upon root 14 k cap. Okay, this is our direction. Okay. Okay. So I hope it is clear. Okay. And a question will ask the magnitude. Find the magnitude of this vector. So magnitude is this. Okay. A square root of 14. Okay. So question has asked magnitude also. So magnitude we also found. Correct. A square root of 14. So magnitude you will find like this. And direction you will find like this. Okay. So I hope you understood. Now we'll move to the question number 42. This is simple question. We have to find the sum of a vector A, sum of vectors, not A, sum of vectors. Sum of the vectors A, B, C. We have to find the sum of vectors A, B, C. Means simple. Sum of the vectors will be A vector plus B vector plus C vector. Sum of the vectors. Okay. So A plus B plus C, just we have to add. So A is given as I minus 2j plus k. Correct, just we will write one time. Okay, minus 2I plus 4j plus 5k. Okay, and plus third is I minus 6j minus 7k. Okay, now you will add. So when you will add the corresponding, you will add I. So when you will open the bracket, I minus 2I plus I minus 2I plus I. So you will write at one bracket I minus 2i plus I, because 3i will be there. Okay, so this I will write at 1, and j I will write at 1. J means minus 2j plus 4j minus 6j. So I will write at 1 minus 2j plus 4j minus 6j. Okay. Similarly, write y k in one bracket. So plus k plus 5k minus 7k. So k plus 5k minus 7k. Okay. Now I minus 2i plus I. So I plus I is 2i. 2i minus 2i will be 0 into I. Okay. So I will write 0 into I. So 0 into I cap. Okay. And then here minus 2j plus 4j minus 6j. So minus 2j minus 6j minus 8j minus 8j plus 4j minus 4j. So minus 4j, I will write minus 4j. Okay. Then k. K plus 5k. This is plus 5k. K plus 5k. 6k. 6k minus 7k. That will be minus k. 6k minus 7k will be minus k. So 0 into k, 0 into k, you 0 vectors, no need to write minus 4j, correct, and minus k. That will be our answer. Okay. Rest we have to find the sum. So all three vectors we added. So corresponding you will add I with I, j with j, k with k. Okay. Just you will calculate carefully. Okay. What is the plus minus, and this will be your answer. Minus 4j minus k will be your answer. Okay. So I hope you understood. Now the next question is question number 43. Find a vector. We have to find a vector in the direction of this vector. Means a vector will be there. Suppose A is a vector, so A will have direction of this vector. So this vector will have some direction, and magnitude is 8. Correct. So we have to write a vector which is having magnitude as 8 and direction will be towards this vector. Okay. So suppose I am taking this vector as vector A. I am telling that vector A is having 5i, and this can come in 2 marks question also. Okay. I am discussing here, but this can come in 2 marks also. Okay. So 5i minus j plus 2k. Okay. So just now we discussed in the previous questions, correct, that how to find the direction. First we have to find the direction now, because required vector is having direction of this vector. Okay. So direction will be, just now we discussed, direction was a vector I can write as magnitude into direction. So direction will be vector A divided by mod of A. Okay. So we'll find, first I am finding mod of A, magnitude of A. So magnitude of this vector will be 5 square 25. I am doing directly, plus of minus 1 square. So minus 1 square will be 1, plus 2 square will be 4. Okay. You will find by yourself. Okay. So this will be a square root of 30. Okay. So mod of A is, magnitude of this vector A is 30. So now we have to find the direction of this vector. So direction of this vector means I will represent through this. Okay. Direction of this vector will be vector A divided by mod of vector A, and how this came I discussed, correct, in the previous question also, here also. Okay. So vector A means 5i minus j plus 2k divided by mod. Mod means root 30. Okay. So this direction of this vector will be unit vector. So A vector will be unit vector. Okay. So you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So 5 upon root 30 I, just you have to see that when question will say the direction we will find like this, and then I will put the magnitude in this as 8. Okay. So 5 upon root 30 I minus 1 upon root 30 j and plus 2 upon root 30 k. So obviously this will be unit vector. Okay. This is the unit vector. Okay. And now the required vector is having magnitude as 8. Okay. So required vector will be, so I will write like this, required vector. required vector is nothing but magnitude is 8. So magnitude is 8 and direction is this unit vector A. So this is the magnitude A and direction is A. Correct? Unit vector A cap. Okay, so A, 8 into A cap, just now we found. A cap is this value, 5 upon root 30 I. Okay, so just I will put the value 5 upon root 30 I minus 1 upon root 30 J. Okay, 1 minus 1 upon root 30 J plus 2 upon root 30 K. Okay, so just you will multiply. So 8 into 5, 40. 40 upon root 30 I. 40 upon root 30 I. Okay, minus 8 into 1. 8 upon root 30 J. 8 upon root 30 J plus 8 into 2. 16 upon root 30 K. Okay, so this will be our answer. Okay, I hope you understood. This is our required vector. Okay, now question number 44. So what is the question number 44? We have to find a vector joining the point P and Q. Okay, directed from P to Q. So means we have 2 point P, Q. P coordinate is given as 2, 3, 0, and Q coordinate is given as -1, -2, -4. And we have to find a vector directed from P to Q. Vector joining P to Q directed from P to Q, like this. Okay, so we have to find this PQ vector. Okay, so what will be the PQ vector? Correct. So if you want, you can write this in the vector form 2, 3, 0. So position vector for 2, 3, 0 is the coordinate of P. So position vector of P will be OP. That will be 2 means 2I, 3. 3 means plus 3J and 0 plus 0 into K. Correct? Plus 0 into K you can write or you cannot write. Okay, because that is 0. And similarly, position vector of Q, OQ, will be, since the coordinate of Q is -1, -2, -4. So -1 into I means -1 into I will write -I, -2 into J. Okay, so 2J minus 4K. So this is the position vector of P or position vector of point Q. Okay, now we have to find the vector PQ directed from P to Q. Means we have to find the vector PQ. So PQ vector will be, this is the final or terminal point Q. So you will write Q. So OQ, position vector of Q, OQ, minus initial point is P. So position vector of point P is OP. So OQ minus OP will be our required PQ vector. So OQ, we know OQ is -A, -2J, -4K. So minus I minus 2J minus 4K. Okay, minus OP, position vector of P, OP, 2I plus 3J plus 0 into K. This is J. Okay, so 2I plus 3J, 2I plus 3J plus 0 into K. Okay, so just now we have to simplify this. So when I will simplify, then I am writing one step, minus I minus 2J minus 4K, and when you will multiply minus, then minus 2I minus 3J and minus 0 into K. Okay, now I with I, so minus I minus 2I, minus I minus 2I will be minus 3I. This is 2I. So minus I minus 2I will be minus 3I. Okay, and minus 2J minus 3J minus 5J. Okay, just simplification. Okay, and minus 4k minus 0k. So minus 4k minus 0k will be minus 4k only. Okay. So this will be our required vector PQ. Minus 3i minus 5j minus 4k. So I hope you understood. Okay.